This project is going to be for a hunting bike. Let me explain my situation. I don't have any access to private land anymore, and so I'll be hunting on public land. And most of last year I hunted on public land also. And of course the situation with public land is everybody else is going to be out there also. I remember, I think it was the second week of the season, I pulled up in the parking area, and just from the parking area I counted 2 orange vests hidden out in the woods, because nobody wants to go deep in the woods if you shoot something. So saved my money up the whole year, and I now have what they call an e-bike. This is a Rad Rover. I got it a week ago, and that is going to be my hunting bike. The goal is to be able to outfit this bike, and then I'm going to have a small trailer on the back that I can haul deep into the woods. But I plan on being able to get down in the woods, you know, a couple miles. You'll be all by yourself, have a much better chance of success. So anyway, that's what these next few videos are going to be. I hope you enjoy it. Maybe give some guys out there some ideas. We still got several months before hunting season, and you know, I think this is really going to work out. We'll have to see. I've got the seat and the bike rack and the bags put on here. This bike rack, I actually got it off of Amazon. As you can tell, it hooks onto the bike stem, goes straight out. I've got supports down here. Okay, and then these bags here, they were like $20 bags that I bought at Academy. They seem to work okay. I used them last year. You know, you can put extra stuff in there. The plan is to have a trailer behind it. And so, but anyway, I want to show you what I did. I got this on, I got the bags on, I got them lashed. I got them far enough back so that when I'm pedaling, the heel, my heel's not going to be hitting these bags back here, so they should be good. I just lashed them on there with some zip ties, heavy duty zip ties. They should work good. I mean, I'm not going to be putting a heavy stuff in these bags, just real light stuff. Currently averaging about 9 miles. I've got a point on a bike trail where I go. I'm averaging about 9 miles. I've had the bike exactly a week, and I have 47 miles on the bike. Tonight we're going to be trying to put together a rack out of PVC pipe. I'll make a rack, and I'm going to custom build it so it fits in the back of my little Ranger. I just got some parts there. Picked up some PVC, and we're going to be trying to cut this thing up, glue it together, try to get it to work. Okay, here we go. I've got some more work done on this. I've got all the pieces cut up, the different sizes, and then I've custom cut basically these. This is the front and the back bar that goes across the bed of my truck, and so I've got those marked. I've got them marked there. So hardest thing was trying to put those together and make sure I had the right angles. I got all that done, got the rest of the pieces cut, and we're going to do some more work on it. Okay, we're back. I'm kind of piecing this thing together. Got all the pieces cut, and we're just kind of doing the final assembly. I've got it dry fitted right now just to make sure. This is going to be more than sturdy. Should be able to hold that bike up with no problem. I've got it measured down at the bottom, so this will fit into the bottom of the truck real snug around the wheel wells. I'm going to roll the bike in backwards. The bike will go in between the 2 uprights here, and then that'll hold it up. We got it all together and just testing it out on the ground. It looks like it worked. Looks like a project that might actually work out. The 1.5 inch PVC pipe, I mean, it's very sturdy. Okay, I got the everything put together, and we're fitting it to the truck. It's a real snug fit. I kind of had to shove it down in there a little bit, but should work. We're going to put the bike in there, and we're going to use the ratchet strap, strap the thing down, see how she does. opportunity here this next season on some more public land to get way out there in the woods. Last year, my son-in-law, who has the exact same bike with a single battery, he shot his real nice buck, and he rode the bike back to the truck to go get the game cart. Got back out there, got the buck put on the game cart, got about a mile from the truck, and his bike died. So we would kind of put our heads together, and he's already put a second battery on his. I'm going to be doing one on mine. And so let me swing over here to the table. This is what we got. I guess it's a Halion or Visset. Anyway, this is the battery that I bought. It's 48 volt, 14 amp hours, which is exactly the same size as the stock battery. And we're going to put that on the back of the bike. This is probably going to be broken up in several smaller videos. I'll put them all together and kind of show some progress over the next few days. I've still got some parts to come in, and so I don't want to just drag this thing on. But all I bought was the battery. It run me $240, something like that. I got it off of Amazon. All the reviews I read on it, everybody was pleased with it, and so I went ahead and got it. It's got the charger with it, the charging cable. It's got the, I think it's an Anderson connector, I believe. Anyway, I've got some T90 connections that are coming in, and a few other things that I've got to put together, one extension. But we're going to put this battery on the bike. Now, why did I choose this battery without one of those fancy ones in the case? Let me put this over on the bike. We're going to set it on right there. Now, why did I choose that? Because I'm kind of a bigger fella and I'm getting smaller, but I have had a challenge of trying to get my leg over the back end of this bike to sit on the seat. And with one of those great big batteries that sticks up that far, you know, it would make it almost impossible for me to get on this bike. And so we're going to put this battery on this rack, and I'll show you what we do with the battery. We're going to put it on the rack. We are going to use some Gorilla tape, and we're going to cover this battery with Gorilla tape. I got some stir sticks from Lowe's. These are the kind of thick boards. I'm going to cut these so that they'll fit on that rack. And then I'm going to glue them down with some they call it shoe goo. It's like a silicone-based type of adhesive. And then what I'm going to do, I've got some industrial strength Velcro, and I'm going to put Velcro on the bottom of the battery and on the rack. That way, when I put the battery on the rack, and then I've got some long zip ties, we're going to put those couple zip ties on there. That battery shouldn't go anywhere. It's not going to increase your overall speed, but it will double your capacity. So getting way back in the woods, 3 or 4 miles, and if you do shoot something, you'll have enough battery to get in and get out and not have to worry about having to push it. I've got this wrapped with the Gorilla tape. You know, and the reason I did that is simply for a little bit of extra protection as far as wet, as far as rain. And then I used one of the paint stirrers here. I've got the 2 pieces of wood. I've got them in there, and then this evening I will end up gluing this, and then I'll put the Velcro on that, and I'll also put the Velcro on the bottom of the battery, and then we'll set the battery on there. We'll probably put some on top of it, just kind of weight it down, and that will hold it in place. By tomorrow morning, we should be good to go on it. So now got the other side done. I've got the pieces of wood put in there. I've got the adhesive, the shoe goo put down in there. I have another layer on top of the wood, and I've got the other side of the Velcro strip put on there. I'm going to put something on top of it, hold it down, put some weight on it, let it sit for the night, and we'll come back to it. Making a little bit of progress. I've got the bottom of the battery. I've got half of the Velcro strip on there. This is that shoe goo, the stuff that I use. Get these at Walmart. Academy carries this stuff also, but this stuff is, this stuff is awesome. So I've got it on the battery. I've got the Velcro on there, and I've got the little board there, little stir there, kind of on there, and I've got some weight. Those are some of the lead ingots from my bullet casting. So I've got just to weight that down. All right, here we go. We've got the battery on the back of the on the back rack there. I put that on this afternoon and put the battery, that Velcro. I was having to use two hands on the back of the battery and lift it up, trying to get it off of the Velcro. Needless to say, that Velcro strip that's on there, that battery ain't going anywhere. And then, of course, if you can see here, I put a couple zip ties on there. So I've got that plugged in. As you can tell by the green light, it is plugged in all the way. I've got the leads coming out right here. Okay, here's the female end of the T90. This is the plug. All right, and then our next step, the controller, the cable that goes to it. We've got to come down through the bottom here. We'll end up having to put the bike upside down. But I got to get that extension for the controller, and then I got to swap out the lead here. This lead, which goes underneath, I got to pull all that out, and then I'll put a T90 on there. So we should be good to go. So far, it's working. Looks pretty good. I tried it out once I put the battery on, and I had no problem whatsoever, you know, getting my leg up and getting over the battery and everything to get on the seat. But this is, by the way, this is just air pump that I got attached on there. A couple of zip ties. Got that in place just in case I get out in the woods and I got, you know, low tire or whatever. All right, we're making progress on here. We got the other battery. I showed it to you here a few minutes ago. And now we've got the bike turned upside down, and we've got the connector for the actual stock battery. I got that pulled through the frame. You got to pull it through this grommet right here, and I don't know if I'm going to try to shove it back through there. Well, I can't, because I bought, the part I was waiting for was a Rad Rover to XT90 extension. The picture on the website made it look like it was 8, 9, 10 inches long. Here it is right here. That's it. From here, got the wires all put together. Got them zip tied and got me another splash guard on there. So if that looks kind of like the writing on the side of a plastic bucket, that's because that's what it is. That's what I cut my splash guards out of. It's very tough, durable plastic, and I mean it covers from here all the way back here, and then I've got the actual fender right here, and so all the wiring in here is all covered. And so we're making progress. We're gonna flip the bike over and get some more zip ties and get that battery cradle off of there and get a new end on it, and we're almost done. Okay, got the bike picked back up on its side. I've got the cable running here, zip tied up here. Let me get around the other end of the bike so you can see it. I've got the cable, I got it zip tied right here. Now I've actually got it connected to the spare battery, and it is on. And it shows 54.3 volts, which is the exact same that I have for the other battery. I've got the cradle for the Rad battery. I've got it off, and we're gonna fix that here real quick. Finally done. I got the cradle back on the bike. I've got the battery on there. Got it hooked in. I didn't realize it, but these T90 connectors, they're in the hobby shop world. That's where you find them. Hobby shop world used on the big, large remote control cars and so forth. But anyway, I found some more. Got that repaired. That's not a problem. This is the end for the second battery. Okay, and I've got a plug over here. Show you. I got a plug right there. And what I've done is I cut the leads off, and then I filled it full of that shoe goo, full of that silicone stuff. I'm going to let that sit. And what I'll do is I'll ride, that will be basically a cap to put on the end of that cable. You you know, it doesn't get dirt or anything like that in it when I'm riding down the trail. But anyway, I've got a little little like last thing, a little tie down. That's what it is. I got a little tie down thing here that I'm gonna try to figure out where we want to put this crazy mess. It is working. Batteries seems to be fine. I'm gonna take it for a ride out here in a few minutes and see how we're doing. So anyway, I hope this maybe helped some people, gave them some ideas of what to do. Got the second battery on here, and I mean that battery is solid. It ain't going anywhere. And got everything connected, and so we are good to go. I haven't finished. Of course, there is the Rover, and I've taken it out several times, different trails and so forth, and I've shown you some of the mods, a few of the mods I've put on there, the fenders and different things. And we've got the little trailer, basically the game cart, and I've got it. I just got my backpack on there, and I got one of the plastic totes that has a bunch of my hunting stuff. Probably weighs, oh, I'd say 30-40 pounds with all that junk inside there. But anyway, what I wanted to show you was the way I've got this thing hooked up. I made a little hitch here to attach the game cart to the bike. Basically, I've got it attached. See if I can zoom in down there. If you see where that bar, all that bar is just, it's just some flat bar material I got from Lowe's. They're 4 foot long. I got a couple of them. Cost me $10. And then if you look there on the actual Rover where it's attached to, there's a lug coming off the actual bike, welded on there. Well, that lug has the little screw in there, so I was able to use those lugs. And I brought this flat piece up, measured it in the middle to be able to put my eye bolt on there. That's probably about 6 inches across, and then I've got a piece that goes over the top here. I just attached that to the very part of the bike rack, bent it, brought it all the way down, just put an eye bolt through there, then the rack itself, put another eye bolt through there, and I've got just a clip, and so that's it. I've got it attached. I've already ridden it several times. Should be able to put my backpack, crossbow, anything else I might need on there. Of course, I've still got the little side saddle things here, kind of rigged up, and got that so I can put stuff in there also. So, and then I'm just going to ride it up down the street, let you see how she rolls. Okay, we got her pulled out of the woods. She is full grown. It's a heavy girl, but got her strapped down to the game cart. We'll put the rest of the equipment, crossbow, and everything on there, and then we got to make it up that hill up there. So this will be a test for this this Rad Rover to see if this thing, I'm sure it'll handle it. But anyway, in my adventure. Well, we made it. Looked like a traveling caravan. That Rad Rover, I mean, I had to put it in power assist level 5, which is the highest level, going up some of those hills. But I made it. I didn't fall, I didn't stall, I didn't have to push it any place. I mean, it's like a little over a mile back there where I was at. And I guess it's taken me, what, maybe 10 minutes to get here? When was the last time you drug a deer out of the woods over a mile from way back in there? Under 10 minutes. Anyway, if you are looking to get a Rad Rover, thinking about doing something like this, I would 100% recommend it.